Business Unusual. Tonight, putting the spotlight on Manhattan's movers and shakers. We'll read between the lines of one young publisher's latest creation. Hello and welcome to Business Unusual. I'm Susan Lesovich. Creating a successful publication that offers a mix of celebrity gossip, entertainment, and lifestyle news is no easy feat, of course, but publisher Jason Bin has done it twice. First with a magazine focusing on Miami's trendy South Beach, and then a publication capturing the power scene of New York's summer playground, the Hamptons. Now Jason Bin is trying for a third hit with his new magazine just out this week, Gotham, and he joins us now to tell us all about it. Welcome, and congratulations. I heard the party last night was successful. You're just going to go by that alone.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Well, you know, it's tough. It's tough to get a hot crowd to turn out in New York. There's always so much competing for everyone's attention, and the magazine looks like it's off to a great start in terms of advertising. You're very rich with advertising. Aren't you a little worried, though? I mean, with this turn in the economic cycle, it's weak for advertising.
You know, I've been fortunate enough with Ocean Drive magazine, which I publish in Miami, with Jerry Powers, and with Hamptons in Long Island, New York. I've kind of developed a reader loyalty, and coming into New York with these two markets with successful publications, it definitely made it a lot easier to launch a publication in the city.
But you know, in So Be,
Sure.
You were very on to the scene there. You were ahead of the pack. Hamptons as well. It's not like Hamptons has a lot of magazines competing for just that specific area. Gotham,
right,
however, has many magazines, from the national magazines like Town and Country to New York Magazine, Manhattan File, and on. So how are you going to attract readers month after month?
I don't know if anyone does what I do to the magnitude of what we do. I mean, like here, you're looking at a 400-page magazine with 200 pages of advertising of the best advertisers in the world, you know, 200 pages of editorial. I mean, I don't think anyone celebrates New York and does what I do, which is basically a regional complimentary magazine. Obviously, we have the book's on sale right now. It's already 60% sold out in a week, which is pretty amazing. But I don't know if anyone does it to the magnitude that we do it.
You're really relying on a strong advertising base, though, because most of these magazines will be given away for free at upscale establishments?
Right. My job as the publisher is to guarantee the advertisers that I will get this book into the most influential people in New York City in the areas of fashion, art,
and that will draw the
entertainment.
advertisers.
I mean, I guarantee that every magazine that we print is going to get into the right person's hands. Unlike other magazines which solely revolve on subscriptions and newsstands, where they don't necessarily sell other magazines. So it's a unique kind of formula, but it's definitely, you're pretty much guaranteed that every copy that's printed will get into the right person's hand.
Okay, so the right person means that it has to be tapped into your golden Rolodex. You have a pretty extensive Rolodex. Is that really another one of your talents as a publisher?
It's about having a great Rolodex. It's about being tapped into the right, I mean, you know, when you put it into the right retail establishments and the right hotels and the right buildings in New York City, you know that you're going to be getting that book read by the right people.
So why don't you define right? Because in this case, you're really targeting a very upscale, lots of disposable income, young, hip, trendy crowd. But the right establishment doesn't have to mean just Saks Fifth Avenue. In fact, it may not mean Saks Fifth Avenue.
The right person, like you said, is someone with a high disposable income and they're, in their upper 30s, someone who's not afraid to try something new. That's what we cater to.
I'm looking at your party last night. You had Dr. Ruth, you had Liv Tyler, you really had
a whole mix of people.
Donald Trump is going to be a monthly contributor. Tell me about how you attract attention and continue to get that buzz. It's more than just that inaugural party, because a lot of people will turn out for that.
Yeah, sure. It's about packaging a product. I mean, Gotham magazine captures everything from fashion to art to entertainment, whether it's the theater or book reviews or, paparazzi, all the greatest events of the month. we definitely do something to a whole nother level. And keeping those people is about putting out great editorial, and that's what we've been able to do. Our editor, Joe Stoyer, who was with W for 6 years, and he was with The Hollywood Reporter, and he's with the Page Six at the Post, and then came from Interview as his last place of employment. He definitely captures all of those worlds, and it's exciting because you have to keep the reader interested, you have to keep them amused, and I think we're doing a great job at it.
Well, some of your competitors are not so kind. They're saying, you know, you're crass, they're class. Your opinion?
They said that there's people drinking. Yeah, I don't, again, I have nothing to say about my competitors. What we're doing is something that's great. It's obviously that the reception of the advertising community as well as the readers has been very strong. Without doubt, this has been the most successful launch of any regional magazine in New York City, any complimentary regional magazine that does what I do. It's a 400-page book. It's selling off the newsstands, and it's already billed more, you know, as much as my other publications. So it's obviously, you know, successful.
And you can cross-market, and you've got a very solid track market to date. All the best to you, Jason Bin. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is the news leader, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Welcome back. A new magazine is hitting newsstands. It's from the same publisher who dishes it up on Long Island with Hamptons magazine, and he also clues us all in Miami with Ocean Drive. And now Gotham magazine. It's a mix of fashion, celebrities, gossip, and real estate. Joining us to tell us more about all three magazines, especially the big one, Gotham, is Jason Bin, the publisher. Thanks for being here, Jason.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
You're usually out late at night doing the whole party circuit thing, and here you are bright and early, so thanks for being here.
It's my pleasure.
Tell us about Gotham. You launched this magazine at a time when magazines don't always do so well. We see a lot of them fail. Why now?
Basically, there's a formula that I've been doing, like you said, in Miami with Ocean Drive and Hamptons, and I don't think anyone does these kind of regional magazines to the magnitude that I've been able to do it, and New York City being probably the #1 city in the country for creating brand awareness or image enhancement, it just seemed like a natural to come here.
And yet in New York we do have quite a few magazines, New York Magazine, Time Out Magazine, so what will Gotham offer us that maybe the others don't already?
Like I said, I don't really think anyone does it to the magnitude. I mean, you have a 400-page book in your hands that celebrates New York. You know, I mean, 200 pages of ads and 200 pages of editorial. And it really captures everything from the fashion to the art to the entertainment, whether it's theaters, books, or gossip, or paparazzi, the parties, the society happenings and going-ons, and all that stuff. So it's special, and the distribution is special in the sense that it's on the newsstands, it's available in all the hotels, the restaurants, the clubs, the bars, and all the right buildings by zip codes is how we do that, the higher income zip codes.
You also have some interesting articles. There's one article in it where you team Reverend Al Sharpton with some Park Avenue socialites and movers and shakers and kind of do a dissertation on what a dinner party of this kind of company is like. Why this approach? Is it going to be a little offbeat in some cases?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you're focusing on New York, it's about dinner parties and bringing together a mixture of, you know, great people, fabulous people, and it was a really great dishy kind of dinner at Swifties. It was a very old school kind of thing to do, definitely.
This is, I would imagine, going to set a lot of trends in New York. You're going to know what restaurants to go to, what parties you should have been at if you weren't already invited. But some might argue that this is a magazine for the socialites to see themselves, or the celebs to see themselves in, and it might not appeal to the real down-to-earth New Yorker.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, this is not the magazine that you could say is for everyone who lives in New York, outside of New York. This is a magazine that focuses on a very small, targeted audience, that being the image leaders in fashion, art, entertainment, the high disposable income. It's definitely that inner sanctum kind of thing of New York City. The people who say they like to see themselves in it, you know, I'm sure they'll deny it, but I'm sure that, you know, everyone likes to see themselves in magazines.
All right, on newsstands now, selling for $4.95.
Exactly.
And if you go to some of the clubs, restaurants, you might be able to pick one up there as well. Jason Bin, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Good luck
Thank
with
you.
the magazine. And I understand you're also starting one in Miami for Spanish language.
Yes,
as well.
there's Ocean Drive Espanol. And also in spring 2002, we're starting, I'm doing a magazine called Los Angeles Confidential, which will be exciting.
You're going to be everywhere, in every city before you know it.
I hope so.
All right, good luck to you.
Thanks
So much for joining us, Jason Bin from Gotham Magazine.
You're watching New York One, news all day. This is New York Living, Whipple's World.
I'm George Whipple. A new magazine will hit the newsstands on Monday right here in Gotham City. Appropriately, it's called Gotham. On the first cover is the daughter of Aerosmith Steven Tyler, actress Liv Tyler.
What a big party is this? Can we talk about that?
Yeah, let's
I
talk
thought we were going to like a little shindig.
cocktail party.
I thought, oh, we're going to Cipriani's. It'll be really nice. And I come outside and I'm like, oh my God, who are all those people?
The little shindig must have cost Gotham a bundle as they hired Cipriani's on 42nd Street and Run DMC perform.
It seems like it's going to be hot tonight, you know what I'm saying? Run DMC going to rock the spot.
What do you think of the crowd?
The crowd is hot. The crowd is hot.
What about the girls?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm a married man, man. But the girls is hot up in here tonight, no doubt.
The magazine's publisher is Jason Bin. He told me what Gotham is all about.
Theater, fashion, art, book reviews, lifestyle, accessory, gift guides, and tons of all-you-can-eat paparazzi.
There's definitely a market, especially a market for a magazine like this because it's there's a lot of gossip.
MTV's VJ, Raymond Mons, reacts to the new magazine's name.
The name's kind of scary, but it's got that whole mystery to it. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, the Gotham. Oh.
3LW also performed at the magazine's launch.
A little something, we're like, oh my God, I can't hear it here. There's a party going on in here. It's a party here in Gotham. We're having so much fun.
Well, after this exciting launch, it remains to be seen whether Gotham magazine can make it in New York, a very overcrowded magazine market. At Cipriani's on 42nd Street, George Whipple, New York One.
There is another new magazine targeting the rich and famous, but will it fly with readers? New York One's Elizabeth Gerst reports.
Jason Bin is betting on a publishing trifecta. Already the force behind the thriving Hamptons magazine and Miami's Ocean Drive, the 33-year-old is now taking on Gotham. The gossip-filled glossy chronicles and caters to New York's bright young things.
It captures the lifestyle of New York, from fashion to art to entertainment to crime to poetry to books to theater. No one's really been able to package New York in a 400-page book and really celebrate the community and really capture that vibe.
Monthly circulation is about 80,000, with many copies given away at hotels and clubs. But Gotham is elbowing its way into an already crowded niche.
Avenue has been around forever, and it's essentially the same kind of magazine. It just appeals to an older demographic, and they're coming out with a new publication called On the Avenue, which will compete with Gotham. There's Quest, which is very similar to Avenue. There's Manhattan File. Time Out in a Funny Way competes with this.
But Gotham's readers, many of whom are also its subjects, predict Gotham will stand tall. We caught up with a few at the magazine's launch.
I'm excited to see what Gotham adds to New York City, just like Ocean Drive is just a beautiful magazine.
We got the New Yorker and stuff, but come on, New York's such a big city where we need more than one thing going on.
Although the ink is barely dry on Gotham, Ben is already pressing on, planning a new magazine in Los Angeles and a Spanish title in Miami. And while industry observers praise his track record, some warn of possible trouble closer to home.
I don't know if he can keep up the buzz. New York is a lot tougher to maintain the hype in, than the Hamptons or in South Beach. There's a lot more competition, and he'll only continue to get the advertising if he maintains the hype.
But Ben remains undaunted.
It's a formula that I think we've mastered, and we're not here to reinvent the wheel. I mean, our clocks are telling perfect time, and there's no reason why we should change it.
But whether Gotham enjoys more than 15 minutes of fame remains to be written. Elizabeth Gerst, New York 1.
And Vinnie Bella parties Gotham style.
It was a year ago that Hamptons publisher Jason Ben took Manhattan with the launch of Gotham magazine. And it's been quite a year for the popular glossy and the city it's dedicated to.
Our own party boy Vinnie Bella joined Jason and thousands of other revelers as they celebrated Gotham, the magazine, which used to hire me, and the city, a few blocks away from Ground Zero at Wall Street's Regent Ballroom.
Gotham magazine covers the high society and social scene of Manhattan. It's full of famous men, gorgeous women, and everything a well-to-do New Yorker needs to live the good life.
Tonight I'm going to the one-year anniversary party of Gotham magazine. And even though I'm a little under the weather, there ain't nothing's gonna stop me from talking to everybody.
One of the reigning queens of the social set was the first person through the door.
Jason, come on, baby. They are asking me very important question. Do I support this magazine? Excuse me. Would I be here not supporting this wonderful magazine? Hello?
Gotham publisher Jason Ben has friends in high places. I thought it was at the Oscars. I spoke with movie stars.
I can't believe I'm standing this close to you, because you're one of my biggest fans.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot.
No,
I like that. I like that. I'm going to use that when I play an interviewer. You're one of my biggest fans. I like that.
World famous magicians.
Mr. Copperfield.
How are you?
Vinnie Bella, New York Central.
How are you? You know, is that your real voice?
Yes, it is.
Is that your real voice?
Yes,
Can I have that voice?
Yeah, under what condition?
What?
Because you make my stomach disappear.
And big-time TV producers.
Do you think somewhere down the line I could be on your show, Sex and the City?
Well, you know, you're a beautiful woman, so there might be a shot for you.
The party was held downtown at the Regent Hotel on Wall Street. Kyle MacLachlan from Sex and the City was the co-host.
I'm glad it's down here. You know what I mean? I think it's important it's down here. More people come down here, you know? And that's a very good thing.
Even though I felt a little down, some people really try to pump me up.
Hold on.
Okay.
And others were concerned about my health.
You're losing your voice. Be careful.
Sorry, I lost it when I got married.
Okay. Good thing I lost mine before.
At the party, Gotham also honored Mets pitcher John Franco for his volunteer work after 9/11.
Everybody just have a great time, and don't forget to keep coming back to downtown Manhattan, because we need it and we love it. Thank you.
Well, everybody was having a great time. If all these beautiful women read Gotham magazine, I just became its #1 fan.
Vinny doing white man's overbite? He's too cute on
He's
the
getting
dance
down.
floor.
He's getting
I
a piece
love
of
that.
tail,
You
huh?
know, Jason Bin, I interviewed him here. Where's my invitation?
I was invited, but at
Yeah,
the very last
fine.
minute. And I work for Ocean Drive, which is put out by the same empire.
You didn't go, though.
Enough
That
about me.
wraps up another New York Central coming up.
The answer.
This is Entertainment Tonight, the most watched entertainment news program in the world.
A Baywatch beauty is sentenced in our... The Insider couldn't help but notice Monica Lewinsky's new look, slimmed down with longer hair, at a Sex and the City party last night. The event by Gotham magazine also made David Copperfield appear with his new girlfriend, Amber. Unfortunately, Sarah, Kristen, Cynthia, and Kim were not available, but their co-stars Chris Noth and Kyle MacLachlan were there, and Kyle shared some advice his leading ladies have given him before he weds in April.
Just keep talking. That's what I say. Keep communicating.
Who says all they think about is sex?
And some news about Sunday's...
And why the boys from Sex and the City hit the town without the girls.
What on ABC? Tuesday was Boys' Night Out in New York.
Extra, extra.
Sex and the City guys Chris Noth, Kyle MacLachlan, and David Eggenberg checked in for a bash at the Regent Wall Street Hotel, celebrating the first-year anniversary of Gotham magazine and the 4th season of their hit HBO series. But Mr. Big wasn't going to dish even a little about this week's show.
I'm in it. I'm not going to say anything. That spoils the fun.
Other fans on hand, Magic Man David Copperfield, Ivana Trump, and Law & Order alum Angie Harmon, who digs Carrie's fancy footwear.
How many pairs of shoes does one person need?
I love the fact that Carrie is just such a shoe freak. Love it.
Okay, don't freak out, but that's the end of today's...
Wow.
Extra, extra.
Next.
Okay, what else do I have to tell you? Do we have time for Tommy, or we do it another day? We have time? Do we have time now? We could save it. We'll save it? All right, Tommy, come on up here, Tommy Crudup. Come on up. One of our staff members, Tommy Crudup. Have a seat, Thomas. Tommy is one of the talent bookers on our show here. He's an actor. He's been in a couple movies.
Yes, lots
Yes,
of movies.
lots. Well, one.
Well, short film.
A short film. It's
Yes.
still movies.
Right.
And in this issue of Gotham, they have all of the hotties in New York, single eligible men called the Black Book. And look who I found right there on the top page, Mr. Tommy Crudup.
I don't know how that happened.
Wow! According to this chart, Tommy, you are brainy, you are a total hottie, you're a heartbreaker, you're a rising star, and what is that, a pickle?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's a social peacock. That's what you are.
I'm very proud of that.
Did they tell you you were going to be in this?
No.
Did you have any idea?
No.
How do you feel about it?
I'm thrilled.
You are?
No, I don't know. I don't.
Are you embarrassed?
Yeah.
Are you afraid?
And I'm not brainy, so I don't know where that comes from either. I don't know where they're getting this from.
Yeah,
or
right.
who did it.
But you are, in fact, single.
No, well, kind of.
You're single-ish?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know, really?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in between.
You're in
something right
between maybe being not single and single?
now. I hope.
Well, just in case things don't work out, we have the Chiron of where you can send, hey, I'd like to date this hottie. right here to 30 Rockefeller Plaza. Send us a videotape. Let me go out with Tommy. New York, 10112. You never know,
This is
Tom.
going to be a big contest.
You're not kidding. People are going to send it in.
From all over, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I'm going to give you a video camera.
Okay.
All right?
All right, that sounds
All right,
great.
take that and go back
Thank you
there.
very much.
Yeah, you're
Thank you.
welcome, the hottie. I love it when I force the staff members who have literally no interest in being on camera to be on camera.
show,
And they give you the look the whole time like, I wish I could kill you, you know? Unlike Jeanette, who every time she's on, she lights up and, you know, it's the best day of her life. See? There it is.
Right,
Best day of her
like
life.
that.
There will be more from Monica Lewinsky about the scandal with former President Clinton. The one-time intern turned purse designer has decided to do a documentary. Monica has agreed to take part in an HBO documentary revealing new insights about her relationship with Bill Clinton and the investigation that followed. In a joint statement to ET, Lewinsky and the cable channel said it will, quote, present for the first time Miss Lewinsky's experience with no restrictions. Feeling time has given her a different perspective on the incident. The 27-year-old says, quote, the last couple of years have been such a time of intense growth and perspective for me. I want to do something that really reflects the way I feel now. Lewinsky herself matched this glittering fuchsia Pamela Barish and vintage ensemble with a handbag she designed for her night out at the magazine launch party of Gotham. The HBO documentary is expected to air next January.
Change is nothing new for the artist once known as... Now Prince is changing his religion. In the May issue of Gotham magazine, his royal purpleness talks about becoming a devout Jehovah's Witness. Gotham's Wickham Boyle says fans will notice the change in Prince's sound.
He's marrying his music with his spirituality, and that is evinced a lot in his belief as a Jehovah's Witness.